it's Kismet, and in case you haven't noticed, or if this is your first time here, Sailor Moon is quite important to me. It was a show that I really, really loved growing up. My mom used to rent me episodes from Blockbuster, and later on I convinced her to buy a couple of VHS sets for me. And I always liked the show, but it wasn't until I recently started rewatching it from start to finish that I noticed how impactful it really has been for me. And so I am finally going to tackle a project I've been wanting to do for a very, very long time, and that is the Rainbow Moon Chalice. Or I think sometimes it's just called the Holy Grail. I grew up mostly watching Sailor Moon S and Sailor Moon Super. That's just kind of what was available to me. So the episode of Rini making a clay version of the chalice is just seared into my memory. So let's see if I can meet my own standards and make some sort of replica of this iconic item. So for this project, I have a wine glass from the dollar store that I have already spray painted gold because I have attempted this project in the past. A bunch of different beads and rhinestones. This lovely beaded trim, which, yes, if you saw my last video, is harvested from She-Ra. And finally, a buttload of Warbler scraps. But I haven't used Warbler in a long while, so we'll see how this goes. So let's figure this out. Okay, so truth be told, I immediately got overwhelmed, so it's the next day. And I think I am going to start with a tape pattern on the cup. I just rewatched the episode where Rini is making this in an art class, and I currently very much feel like Rini in the sense that I have no idea what I'm doing. But I too saw this growing up and desperately wanted it. I wonder if I should just measure from the top how low I want this to be. Oh, that's almost 2.5 inches exactly. Okay, lovely. So if I can manage it, I want it to be 8 points. So I might need to do some math to figure that out. So that's 12 inches divided by 8 is 1.5. So every 1.5 inches is another point. Here will be 1.5. So there are my points. Then I need to figure out a good amount of dip. Yeah, more or less. Wow, that's pretty much exactly 1.25. How do I keep doing this? These perfect measurements. Okay, how does that feel? If I hold it like this, does that feel too high up? I don't know. That might be a little too high up. It's also, I think the peaks are a little dramatic, so maybe I will try to shorten them by about 1/2 inch. Yeah, but then the whole thing is gonna need to come down. Okay, let's see if we can get this off in relatively one piece. I definitely damaged the paint doing that. Can you see that? I'm gonna put a couple of slashes in here. What's a better placement? I think that's better actually. Slashing higher up. Should I snip the top too? Would that make a massive difference? Well, what do you know, it would. Okay, it doesn't ruin the math too much, but to be perfectly honest with you, I think I'm gonna make a new pattern. I think I'm gonna start over because this is not good. So please hold while I go for version 2 of this. I'm also realizing while doing this, I'll be using Warbler, so it's not like the pattern piece has to lay perfectly flat. It's thermoplastic. I can just continue to heat it and adjust it, which is nice. One, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. I somehow ended up with 9. Don't dream that you're all grown up. Big dreams are best just for kids. I disagree. Big dreams are best for adults with ambition and a little bit of adult money. Thoughts? Or should I do more of a dip? Just like another 1/4 inch. I think I'm happy with that. So we are once again going to cut this off. That's kind of what we're working with. Let's get a good piece of Warbler on this. I have not cut Warbler in such a long time. These fabric scissors are so old that they have become my craft scissors. Okay, a test fit. Oh yeah. Oh, that's gonna be really pretty. Oh, that's gonna be really pretty. While I have the Warbler out too, I'm wanting to put a strip at the top, about 9.5 inches, maybe like 5/8. I think I'm gonna do a half. Honestly, can you even tell where the seam is? I think I did a pretty dang good job. Okay, be honest, is this too big? Like on the one hand, I kind of like the grandiose of it, but it doesn't feel very accurate, but also kind of cool. You know what? This is my rainbow chalice just for fun, so I'm gonna keep them big, I think. Hello, buenas. I just got back from a super quick trip for my cousin's baby shower. 'Twas lovely. And now I am ready to finish up this chalice. So I'm gonna do what I think is gonna end up being a whole lot of bullshit to attach these wings. Then we're gonna take it to the garage and spray paint, and we'll go from there. Okay, my workspace has become very messy, so while that dries, let's clean this up a little. Look at how good this turned out. I also think I like this gold color better than what it originally was. Let's get this tape and saran wrap off. So what I need to do next is glue the gems onto here and then make the whole top of it. Just the whole top, that's it. I have no idea where I got this moon filigree piece, but it's perfect. So I'll go ahead and paint that red and get it all attached. I'm excited. It looks like all of these gems have like a little, you know, setting around the edge. Yeah, ouch. Ouch. Yeah, I don't know about this one, dog. So they all have like a little setting around them. And I want to try to mimic that with the way that the glue spills out from around the gem, but I just don't know if that's possible. Okay, a little bit. It's not perfect, but does it need to be? One. Okay, last one. Come on. Oh, too far. I tried to correct it a little and I think I pushed it a little too hard. What do we think? Is that, whoa, oh girl. Okay, and then this moon. Okay, maybe I just have to hold it with my fingies. Say a little, okay. Maybe this time we'll just hold it like so. Okay. Yeah? I sounded German just then. Yeah? Okay, now that they're attached, they need to be colored. First is the orange for Venus, the blue for Mercury, the green for Jupiter is already done, so all we have to do is the red for Mars. I think that's looking really cool. The last thing I need to glue onto this, there's a band around the bottom of this crown. Fighting evil by moonlight, using hot glue by daylight. There's different kinds of glue to help fight. You get through this project soon. Somebody help me. Okay, and I was right. There is gonna be like a gap at the seam in the back. But it's the back, so who cares? Okay, I did also remember while I was at the back of this, there are 2 gems back here that I'm pretty sure are supposed to be for Neptune and Uranus. If I recall correctly, it's a dark blue and a dark green. We're gonna go with a placement something like here. Here's the dark blue, green. It's so pretty. I'm gonna do just like a little bit of shading and stuff to make things really pop, but before that, I need to basically repeat a lot of the same steps to make the top. And I say we just montage through that.
Tomorrow's mine. You awoke me, unleashed the fire in my heart. I will dance and I'll defeat them through the light and the dark. Your mistake was to underestimate my power. Won't let go of the fight till tomorrow's mine. All the night, dancing through the fire around me. I'll never stop. You didn't hide. Now I'm in the mood for a fight. You won't know what hit you when I spin around with you in my dust. Then bang bang down down again. It's my desire going for the win. Tomorrow is mine. You better run. Don't wait, here I come. No, the fuel in my fire won't run dry. Burns bright, and you better hide. I came for a fight.
She is done. Tell me this isn't the coolest thing in my office. Really quickly, let me go over a couple of issues with this. For starters, and maybe most obvious, there is like a patch in the front of it that did not play well with the acrylic top coat. I think it must have something to do with the first gold paint job on this cup, because I was having absolutely no issues with it until the very, very end. Secondly, I did my best, but you really can see the seams for the dome on top of the cup. I would say the left side is better than the right side, but neither of them are awesome. But from 5 feet away, I think it looks perfectly fine. Thirdly, the shading that I did for the gold, I'm not the biggest fan of. There's a part of me that kind of wishes I left it, but then again, I think if I left it alone, I would have wished I had done it, so. Okay, lastly, the back of this. I don't know at what point it was during the project, but I really just decided no one's ever gonna see the back of it. Who gives a shit what it looks like? Okay, the seam for the little baby top crown, the fact that the warbler doesn't connect in the back, also the scratch on the back for me cutting off that tape, and this gap in the back of the bottom trim. But what's great about all of these issues is that you just and it's not a problem anymore. Yes, the shape of this is generally flipped from what it is in the anime. Because this is a wine glass, it's definitely giving more egg, whereas in the anime, it's giving like, I guess, just upside down egg. And while I don't necessarily plan to drink out of this because it's not really food safe, I like having the option that I could if I wanted to. Maybe as like a prop or something. You know, pretend there's a nice Bordeaux in there. You do not drink wine. I am just thrilled to own some version of this item. I have been dreaming about it ever since I saw it as a kid in the show. Let me know what your favorite transformation item in Sailor Moon is. I myself am partial to everything Crisis. Maybe it's because Sailor Moon R, S, and Super are the seasons I grew up watching, but I don't know, guys. I just feel like it's where the design peaked. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this one. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Is this how she holds it? Oh, a bead just fell off.